Hey, it's V. So it has been a hot minute since I have been on here. I want to say 3 weeks. Hopefully it's 3 weeks and not 4 weeks. But my life has just been a hot mess lately. And besides the bad luck that has just been like piling on top of each other for me, I've also been fairly occupied with Stardew Valley. I recently started playing Stardew Valley and I'm a little bit obsessed. So a lot of my time has been going into maintaining a farm life over there. But today I've needed to do some repotting that I've been putting off for a couple weeks now. I have some plants from the previous Steve's Leaves haul, plus plants from the previous I almost killed all my plants story that need to be potted. I also bought some new pots, so this will be kind of a, I don't know, pot haul. And while I'm doing all that, I'm going to fill you in on the hot mess that has been my life lately. Okay, first I want to share with you some of the new pots that I bought because I do not know which plants are going to go into the pot, so we're gonna have to figure that out together. But I found these. I don't know if you can see them very well, but they are super cute. So it comes in a set. So there's this one that has, you know, little cute little face and ears. And then this one, which again is like a little face, and it has, I don't know, I imagine like a little hair swoop going over the eye, is kind of how I imagine it in my mind. But I got these as a set and I thought they were very, very cute. I got them from Amazon. Actually, everything is from Amazon. So I'll have it all linked if you're interested. But I normally am not someone who really cares about pots. Most of my plants are just in plastic black pots, but I've been trying to care a little bit more. And I'm in the process of trying to get a shelf, which we'll talk about more later. But once I get the shelf, I just want to have everything on the shelf looking nice in their fancy pots. So these are two of the pots. They are, oh God, I don't remember the sizes. I'll put the sizes on the screen. But they're on the smaller side. And then I also got this set of pots. So it's a set of 3, and these are actually bigger than I thought. And again, I'll put the sizes on the screen because I don't remember them off the top of my head. But it's just, these are, it's a set of 3. I don't know if this is plastic or I think it's resin maybe, but it's got this like speckled pattern that that I think will go really well with my home. I have this green couch and it has like these green speckles in it. So I just thought these were cute and a little different from the black that I normally tend to lean towards. So I have these 3 pots that I'm going to use. And then I also got these 2, which I don't know if they're showing on screen very well because they're black. I just popped a few little pots or plants in them. This little cacti. So I just thought these were really cute. You can actually hang them if you want. I just have them sitting by my TV. And then this plant, I actually need to update you on this plant. So if you remember from my previous video where I talked about how I almost killed every single one of my plants, let me take it out of the planter. This was my Alocasia Green Dragon Scale. And if you remember, it was basically just a leaf. It was this leaf. So this single leaf, like it looked like a leaf had just fell off a tree and I decided to try to turn it into something. And I really didn't think it was going to do anything. I was like, there's nowhere for roots to grow out of. Like, I'm probably wasting my time, and people in the video probably thought I was wasting my time as well. But I decided to try it. This one leaf, I put it in water and roots actually grew. Roots actually grew out of this one single leaf. And now I have 2 leaves. A whole new leaf has emerged. Like, I honestly couldn't even really believe it. Like, I call this my miracle plant because who would have thought? But come on, he has been saved. He is thriving. I may go ahead and cut this old leaf off just because it's a little sad looking. But I've been leaving it on there for now. It is a straight up miracle. But yeah, so I just plopped this one in this other small planter because I didn't really have any other plant small enough to go in here, but eventually it will get a bigger pot. But I just thought these were really, really cute. And so I got these and I just sit them, like I said, I just sit them on my entertainment center by my TV. Oh, and I also got this pot and I just kind of threw a plant in there for now that's going to come out. I bought this pot from the Lowe's the other day, I think. And it actually had a cactus in it. I didn't want the cactus. I actually didn't like the cactus, but I wanted the pot. So I bought a whole plant just so I could get this pot. The plant is with one of my friends now, so don't worry, I didn't like throw it in the trash or anything. But yeah, so this is another pot. I think I paid like 13 bucks for this from Lowe's with the plant. This is another one we will most likely be using today. And before we get started, I also want to share with you this succulent planter I made. So I had a few friends over yesterday for a plant and sip. By few, I just mean two. So two of my very close friends, my best friend, her little sister, who is now my friend as well. They came over and we had a little plant and sip. So of course I had food and drinks, and then we made succulent planters. It was a lot of fun. We also played some Switch games. If you've never played Moving Out, download that game, play with your friends. It is hilarious. Like I haven't laughed as hard as I laughed playing that game in a really long time. Like I got literal cramps from laughing so hard. Like it was a good time. So yeah, this is the one that I made. I will pop up a picture of all three of our planters. Also, Tyson's eating, I'm sorry, but he has to eat. All right, I think I want to start with this plant, and I think I might put my Philodendron Pink Princess in there. So this is another one of the plants that tragically almost died back in what was that, August? And we have just been growing new roots ever since then in water. And I think it might be time to pot this girl. So let me see if I pot her in here. And then place her in this planter. How do we like that? Do we like it? I don't know if I like it. Actually, no, I don't think I like her in this one. But I am going to put her in this plastic pot. So maybe, so maybe the black pot instead. I kind of like that. Yeah, this might be it. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and pot her up. And I'm going to, oh gosh, I don't even really want to talk about it, but I'm going to share with you just what exactly has been going on lately. Okay, so you may have seen, if you follow me on Instagram, a few weeks ago, like maybe 3 weeks ago at this point, I posted a short video about my closet, where my closet just completely collapsed. No, okay, that's an exaggeration. A section of my closet completely collapsed. So it's where I hang my hoodies and my sweatpants, which I have a lot of. And I walked in there one day and everything was just on the ground. It had completely came out the wall. Everything was on the ground. So I'm like, okay, great. But I was kind of, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this as an opportunity to redo my entire closet. I was planning on pulling everything out of the closet, patching, painting, installing a whole new closet system, the whole shebang. And I still plan on doing that. But things got a little postponed. I was looking at different options. I had found an option for like $3,000, and I was like, I'm not paying $3,000 for a closet, I'm sorry. So good old trusty IKEA came to mind, and I priced that out, and that came to like $300-ish, and I was like, that's much more affordable, I can do that. So that was my plan, and I was gonna do that. But very shortly after that, my washer died, my washing machine. I was washing some towels, and I've had some problems with my washing machine in the past. It's not like it's the best. I need some scissors. Hold please. I'm going to cut just a little bit of the stem off. There's no roots, so don't be alarmed, or be alarmed. It's your choice. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my washer died. So I was washing some towels, and because I have Tyson, it's the washing machine's like 13 years old. So 12, I got it in 2009, it's 2021, 12 years old. It's 12 years old. So it's not like a brand new washing machine anyways. And with Tyson, who sheds like a pug, I'm pretty sure it's just, has a backlog of just fur like in there. So it's not the most well-running washing machine in the first place, but I was washing some towels and they just would not, they were coming out sopping wet, like completely just soaking wet. And I tried running it through the spin cycle a few times because that's happened before. And if I just put it through the spin cycle like 1 or 2 more times, it kind of fixes it. It did not. I put it through the spin cycle like 7, 8 times. And then I finally just was like, you know what? This is not gonna work. So I decided to try to clean the filter myself. But I don't know if it's because my washing machine is so old that it was really hard to access. I had to like completely take apart the bottom of the washer, and then I have a stackable, so I have, you know, the washer on bottom, the dryer on top. I hate stackables, but what can you do? Anyways, didn't work out. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna buy a whole new washer dryer. It's already 12 years old. I just need to get something new. It's fine. So that happened. I wasn't happy that I had to now spend money on a new washer and dryer, especially since I just spent, what, in June, $8,000 on a new HVAC system, and now I have to buy a whole new washer and dryer. I mean, technically I only had to buy the washer, but I'm not gonna buy a new washer and not a new dryer. You feel me? So I found one that I liked. It came out to about $2,000, so $2,000 spent. I was lucky that I was able to get it delivered the next day. Like literally they were like, we can deliver it the next day. And I was like, yeah, I need it like ASAP. And of course that day that it was supposed to get, was it the day that it was supposed to get delivered or the day before? Tyson pooped on his bed. And so I really needed a new washing machine so I could wash his poop bed. But it arrived, and it arrived broken. The glass on the dryer was completely shattered, so they had to take it back. They had to take it back, and then I had to like try to figure out when they could deliver it again. So they ended up delivering it 2 days later, which is fine. I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. And I'll be honest, I love my new washer and dryer. I bought the an LG. I always want to call it the Thin Q because it's THINQ, but I think it's just the LG Think. But it's, I'll put up a picture, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like I should have bought it a long time ago. Clearly, I didn't realize just how bad my washing machine was. Like when I first turned on the washing machine, I had to like double check to make sure that it was actually running. It was so quiet. Like I'm so used to my washing machine like banging against the walls and just making all kinds of noise. But apparently that's not how washing machines work. So I'm not happy. Again, I'm not happy I had to spend the money, but I am happy that I have a new washing machine and dryer. Okay, the pink princess is in her new pot. And like I said, I think we'll just plop her in here. And I can finally give her name tag back. So I have these name tags just sitting to the side, waiting to go back with their owners. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but my pink princess Philodendron, her name is Giant Pink. So I've named her Giant Pink, and this is her little name tag. So that's kind of the start of my bad luck spree. I wonder, oh shit, Tyson. Tyson, you just scared me. I didn't know you were under there. So I wonder if I should put one of these trailing plants in here. No, I don't think I like that actually. You know what, let's do the little one. There's a flower in there. Because I do think I want to put my string of turtles in the small one. So I think that's what we're gonna do here, but I need a bigger pot. I'm like not in a good seated situation. I've been rearranging my furniture and I thought this would be a good place to film this video, but it makes it very difficult for me to like get in and out to like go get things. So I don't know if this is gonna work out for the long term. Let me know what you think. Okay, I just went and grabbed this, which is a tiny bit bigger than what this is currently sitting in. So this is what we're gonna use. So speaking of the new living room setup, part of it when I moved things around, it was very like impulsive where I just was laying on the couch one day and I was like, you know what? I want to move things around and see if this works. And it does. But in doing that, I decided I needed 2 new pieces of furniture. One is an entertainment center, which my TV is now sitting on. I got rid of my old one and bought a new one. And then the second was I wanted to get one of those like long ladder shelves to put next to the TV stand and put my plants on. And I ordered that back in like end of September, beginning of October. It was claimed to have been delivered on October 4th. The notice said that it was placed in my mailbox. It was not. It is a shelf, so there's no way they could actually place it in my mailbox. But it just never arrived. And it was coming from Amazon, and I've had this issue with Amazon before where it'll say it's been delivered, but it wasn't delivered, but it may show up like a couple days later. It never showed up, because today is now the 17th of October. I've checked every single day to see if it has arrived, and it has not. So I actually, the other day, like a couple days ago, I contacted Amazon and I, ended up getting a refund for it. But I was just really disappointed. I was like, of all the things that I've ordered that chooses not to show up, chooses probably not the right word, but that, happens to not actually get here, it had to be the freaking ladder. Like the one thing that I really, 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 really wanted and need, because right now I just have plants like everywhere and I want them to be a little bit more orderly, but I am going to try and order it again. Hopefully they don't, like the same thing doesn't happen, but that's been kind of like a pain point for me recently. I should tell you that this plant has been doing really well. This is one of the Steve's Leaves plants. This one's been doing really well. The other plant, the string of pearls, not so much. I tried to give it away yesterday. Nobody wanted it. Yeah, it's looking kind of sad. I'll pop a picture up. It's looking a little sad. But yeah, so again, I mean, inconvenience, I'm considering it bad luck. This is the worst thing in the world to have happened. No, I suppose not, but it could have been better. So this is where things start I'm like questioning what I have done in life to deserve, the bad luck that's been coming my way. I was like, is this karma? Did I hurt somebody? Like what, like who, like I don't know. But on October 6th, I remember the date because I had a tattoo removal appointment that day. So I was heading to my tattoo removal appointment. Like 10 minutes before I needed to leave the house, I go into the bathroom. On my way out, I wash my hands. And somehow, I don't know how, but somehow I knocked over my soap bottle. My soap bottle happens to be made out of glass. And it was like time stood still. I was just watching it fly off the back of the toilet. That's where I keep it because I don't like stuff on my sink. I prefer to keep my sink like completely clear. And so I keep the soap on the toilet, which may sound weird, but whatever. But I knocked it off. It went flying across the room. I sat there watching it in slow motion, like, what do I do? And it just very slowly did a couple backflips, bounced on the ground a couple times, and then it just shattered. It shattered on the ground, full of soap, which if you've ever spilt a huge amount of soap on your floor, you will realize just how difficult it is to clean up. Like it was so thick and like goopy and it just would not come up, like no matter how hard I tried. And I was trying to clean it up very quickly before I had to like run out the door because I didn't want to I could have closed the door so that Tyson wouldn't get into it, but I just didn't want to leave that mess there, for later. I tried to clean it up as best as I could very quickly. I got out the door like right on time. And I go down to my car. I open my car door. I'm like halfway about to get into my car when I notice something moving. And so I step back and it's an ant. Not a big deal. Except I continue to look and then I see another ant. And then another ant. And now I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh God, there's ants in my car. So I try to deal with that very quickly. I'm now running late. I grabbed some like wipes for my trunk because I keep wipes in my trunk, and I try to like wipe really quickly, and you know, I don't see any ants, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna like, let's just get to our appointment and then we can deal with it afterwards. So as I'm driving to my appointment, it takes me about 20 minutes to get there. I probably killed, I don't know, 6 or 7 ants on the way up there. Like an ant, I remember looking down and there was like an ant on my leg, crawling on my leg. How I didn't crash my car, I do not know. This is tragic. I don't like bugs. I don't like bugs. I don't like any bugs. Like, just don't invade my space and we can be fine. But as soon as you come into my space, like as soon as you enter my home or you enter my car, like it makes me very uncomfortable. I get like my whole body gets like chills, I get the heebie-jeebies. I'm going to have to murder you. I don't want to murder you, but I'm going to have to murder you because just don't invade my space. But yeah, so there were ants in my car and they just kept coming out as I was driving. I was very uncomfortable. But I get to my appointment and I actually have a clip. So I thought I was gonna do a vlog. We're not doing a vlog this month because there's just no content really. But I did record a clip so you can watch me freak out about that. Hi, so I'm sitting in my car. I'm in the parking lot of the tattoo place. I just got my tattoos removed. But I'm slightly freaking out because before I left the house, I saw some ants in my car, and when I was driving up here, there were more ants, and as I got back in my car, I found some more ants, and I don't like bugs. I don't like any kind of bugs. I do not like ants. I know some people are probably like, they're just ants, but it freaks me out, and I will crash my car. So I was about to go to the grocery store, but I just Googled a car wash instead. I'm going to go get my car washed because I can't live like this. Literally, as I was driving up here, there was an ant crawling on my leg. And I just can't. I cannot. Okay, here is this plant in his new pot. This is Palo Alto. It's my string of turtles. But yeah, so as you saw in the clip, my plan was to leave, go get my car washed inside out, have someone else deal with it because I did not want to. But I found a car wash very close by, drove over there, they were closed. I'm pretty sure it's because that day it was kind of like sprinkling on and off. So, you know, I guess they didn't want to be open if people weren't gonna come because it was raining. I needed them, but what can you do? So I attempted to clean my car out myself. I went home, well, first I went to the grocery store because I needed to go to the grocery store, but I tied my bags up like super tight. I was like, no ants are getting into my food. But I got home, I vacuumed out my car myself. My car is clean. Like I'm a fairly clean person, and I keep my car very clean. Like I don't like clutter. I don't have food. I don't eat in my car. There's no food in my car. There's no, like, it's a clean environment. But I'm thinking maybe it's because I don't drive my car very often. Like my car is lucky if it gets driven once a week. And this is kind of like pre-pandemic as well. So maybe that's the problem. I don't know, but like it was already pretty clean, but I went through and I vacuumed and I wiped everything down and I didn't see any ants and I was like, okay, like I think maybe I got them. I didn't. So today is the 17th and to this day, I am still finding ants. I found an ant this morning. The other day, every time I think I got them all, I'm wrong. Every single time I have the thought where I'm like, oh, I haven't seen an ant in a while. They must be all gone. An ant will like come out of my air vent or, you know, appear like on my center console. And it's really just been at this point, it's like a super irritating, just, why are you doing this to me kind of feeling that I have. I do kind of think that I may have I've been spraying the heck out of my car. I bought so much Raid. This morning I was going out, I had to go out and buy soil and I was riding around and the car smelled so bad that I had to like drive with the windows down because like I thought my brain cells were dying from all the Raid and like just different sprays I'd been spraying. But I'm really, really hoping I got them because the other day, like 2 days ago, Friday, today's Sunday, Friday, I went to go volunteer at the food bank. And as I was driving to the food bank, this is one of those days when I had this thought where I was like, you know what? I think I got them. And then I saw, like 2 seconds later, I saw an ant. So I was like, okay, I guess not. After I saw that first ant, then I saw another ant, and then I saw another ant, and then I saw another ant. So I went home after leaving the food bank, and I was like, I gotta find these ants. I gotta figure out where they're coming from. And they were, oh my God. I don't remember seeing these before, like the first day, because I'm telling you, the first day I saw the ants was October 6th. This was now October 15th. So a whole 9 days later. And I don't know if this was a new batch of ants because I did not see them at all in these 9 days. And I've been checking. But I opened my door because they were like all along like the, I don't know what you call it, like, you know, kind of what you step over to get into the car. I just kept seeing them there. And so I kind of followed where they were going, and in the door hinge, like the hinge where the door connects to the car, it was a swarm. Oh my God, it's making my skin crawl. Like I just got the chills. It was, I don't know how many, but it was so many that you couldn't, like, it was just, they were just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, like in this little crevice, this tiny crevice that you can't get to because it's like far in there. And I'm sorry. I thought I was gonna die. I was like, I need to throw this car away. This is their car now. I don't want to be here anymore. But I was like, okay, I have to kill these ants. I'm sorry, they were getting murdered. I went upstairs to see if I had any raid. I had the tiniest bit of raid that I tried to use. I ran out so quickly. I ran out in less than like 10 seconds. Do we like this? I think I like this. This might be the move. So I went upstairs and I Googled, like, you know, what kills ants? Does vinegar kill ants? Google said yes. So I was like, okay, I got vinegar. So I put some vinegar and some water in a bottle. I went down there and I just was spraying. I was spraying the heck out of just everything. I sprayed where I saw the ants. I sprayed every crook and crevice. I sprayed the carpet. I sprayed the seats. I sprayed everything. I was like, no ants shall remain. I then went to the store and I bought some more Raid. And when I got to the store, I went inside, bought the Raid, came out, started spraying my car in the parking lot, drove to a second store that I needed to go to, got out, sprayed my car again with some Raid. I was like, I can't, like, you don't belong here. Then, you know, I thought I had got them all. The next morning, I went to go check on my car and ants were crawling all over my hood, my roof. Like they basically were like all over the outside of my car now. Like I guess I had scared them from the inside and they all just were congregating on the outside. Again, this is giving me like the chills. I can like feel it in my body just talking about it. But they were all over they just were all over my car. I got some more spray and I sprayed the heck out of the outside of my car. I was like, you cannot be here. I'm sorry. So after I killed the ones on the outside, I checked again on the inside. Didn't see any, but I still sprayed the inside again because I can't take any chances. Took my car to the car wash, drove through the car wash because now I had like dead ants all over the outside of my car, which was kind of gross. But yeah, so that was yesterday. Oh, I skipped a day. Because in between all the ants, actually I'll come back to it. We'll finish the ant story. So today, you know, I got in my car and again, I sprayed some more. I'm spraying every day until I don't see any ants because I did see one ant today, but I only saw the one and he's now dead. So I'm really hoping that this is the last of the ants because I seriously was considering just selling the car and getting a new one because I just really don't like bugs. I don't think I ever mentioned on here, but a few weeks ago, like maybe last month sometime, I was backing up out of my parking spot. And so I turned around and the light had shone in my car just right and it hit the back seat. And I saw all along the back seat spider webs. Yeah, so I think either I need to start driving my car at least like twice a week just to keep it moving and let the ants know that someone actually does use this car. Like, please don't inhabit it. Or I just need a new car. I don't know, but yeah. So that's not been fun. But if we rewind a couple days, when was this? Gosh, I don't know, sometime earlier this week. I remember I was talking to my friend on the phone and I was telling her all this stuff. I was like, man, I've been having just really bad luck lately. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know who I hurt. I was like, but I've been having really bad luck lately. You know, I was like, I might not leave my house again until November because October just sucks. Like, I don't know what's going on. And the next day, the very next day, I got in my car and I barely had left my house. I was like 1 block away. And this car is in front of me and they stop at a stop sign before pulling out. And so I stop behind them. And all of a sudden I see them turn their reverse lights on. And I'm like, what are they doing? Like, I'm here, you know, I'm right behind you. And I thought, okay, well, maybe he's just reversing a tiny bit, like, but he just kept coming and coming. And so I started like honking my horn. I'm like, hey, like, dude, what are you doing? I'm here. And I feel like when I honked my horn, he actually accelerated. Like, it was like, instead of him kind of like inching backwards, he like went whoosh and he backed right into my car. Like, I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So I get out the car, he gets out the car, he has a girlfriend with him, she gets out the car. You know, I'm like, you know, what happened? Like, what just happened? And he tells me that he was trying to find somewhere to park. He thought he saw a parking spot, so he was trying to like back up and get to it. Somehow he did not see me. I don't know how. Like, all you had to do was look behind you. My car is quite bright. You know, it's not a black car. It's not like a car that like blends into the background. You notice it. But yeah, so he rammed right into me. He backed right into me. Thankfully, you know, I was fine. They were fine. Like, nobody was hurt. My car was actually fine. There was no damage on my car. I don't know how there was no damage because he hit me quite hard. So I just told him, I was like, you know what? Like, there's no damage. I don't really have time for this. So I was like, let's just go our separate ways and we can act like this never happened. But you know, so they got in their car. The girl, she was like, I'm driving. Like, she wasn't letting him drive no more. But they drove off, I drove off. But I'm telling you, my leg was shaking so much. Like, even though I was fine and I wasn't like scared or like, I was shocked in the moment when he hit me. But like, once, you know, we got out and talked and like, I felt fine. It wasn't until I got back in my car that my leg, the leg that I used to drive was just going. Like, it would not stop shaking. And I was like, man, do I need to pull over? But you know, it stopped. I guess my leg was in shock or something. I don't know. So that was one more thing that didn't need to happen, but happened in the bad luck train. I don't know if I like love this in this pot. Maybe this plant just needs a trim or something. It's looking a little bit floopy, but that's okay. We still like it. So this is my Silver Monstera. What did I name him? Oh, Namjoon. So I actually have a plant named Ratmon, which is my Monstera deliciosa. That's Ratmon. So technically I have 2 plants named after the same person because Namjoon is Ratmon's government name. That's okay. I thought it was fitting. But yeah, this is my Monstera siltepecana. It's quite fancy. But yeah, and if you thought that was the end of my bad luck, it is not. Okay, I think this is the last plant that I'm going to pot. Actually, no. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna hold off on this one for a little bit because I need to get a bigger pot for him. So I just went to go grab this like plant stand, and this plant has just been sitting in here, just kind of chilling, but I really like how it looks. And so I'm going to go ahead and actually pot this into this planter. It didn't have holes in it, so I actually just went and drilled a few holes into the bottom. and we are going to make this boy's new home. So this is my Monstera Standleyana. This is also from the Steve's Leaves haul, and this is slowly becoming one of my favorite plants. Like, I really like how this plant looks. And again, this planter is from Amazon. I bought this, so I think normal price, it's like 30 bucks or something, and I do this often. Anytime I see something on Amazon, I always go to see if they have it available in like new, even good condition, because it's usually perfect, like even in those conditions, you know. Oftentimes it's like the box is a little messed up, whatever. Like, it's worth it for the discount, because I paid, I think, like 16 bucks for this instead of the full price, and there's nothing wrong with it. Like, I think it was listed as like new, and it looks like new. Like I said, the only problem was it didn't come with holes, but that was easily fixed with a drill bit. But yeah, so hopefully what is the last little bit of bad luck that I've been having lately, hopefully, I really do not know what's going on with me. I don't know if I'm like moving too fast or just, I don't know, because I've had several moments where I'm about to knock something over, something glass, and like potentially break it, and I have to like catch myself at the last minute. Like, I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, what is wrong with me? Like, why does this keep happening? But so the other day, Friday, I went to the supermarket to buy some last minute stuff for the get together that I had yesterday, the plant and sip. And one of the things that I bought was 4 bottles of soju. So there is a cocktail that I like to make for this get together, and it consists of, you know, one of the ingredients is soju. So I bought 4 bottles. I come home, and I'm sure you know where this is going, but I come home, I have lots of bags. I have so many bags. You know, I had to take like several trips just bringing them upstairs, which I normally don't do. I'm normally that person in the meme who has like bags like just all the way up their arms, you know, because they don't want to take more than one trip. But I took several trips. I get everything into the door, like I drop everything at the front door. I finally make my last trip up, and then I'm like, okay, now we're gonna move it from the front door to the kitchen. So I grab a few bags. I probably grabbed like 8 bags or something, and I have them in my hands, and I'm just walking, carrying these bags. And as soon as I get to the kitchen, I feel a bag like escaping my grip. Just one bag is escaping my grip. And of course it happens to be the bag with the 4 bottles of soju in it. And of course it lands on the ground. And of course bottles shatter. And it's right next to Tyson. Like, Tyson, where his food and drink bowls are, like that's where he hangs out most of the time. It shatters right there. The bag falls from my hand. I hear the glass break. And at first I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, it broke, but you know, it's in the bag. The bags are tied up really good. But no, the glass rips through the bag. There's glass on the ground. There is soju just pouring out onto the floor. So I'm like, crap. So I'm trying to clean that up. I'm trying to move Tyson out the way. Tyson is deaf, by the way, so he can't hear me telling him, no, get back. Like, not that he would listen anyways, but he can't hear these. Like, he can't hear from the tone of my voice that this is not where he needs to be right now. So I'm trying to move, physically move him out the way because I don't want him to get hurt. I'm trying to clean up the glass. I'm trying to clean up the soju that has spilled everywhere. So yeah, 2 out of the 4 bottles broke. Thankfully, I already had a couple bottles at the house. I had like 2 bottles, 3 bottles at the house already. I just went and bought a few extras just in case. But yeah, so that happened. And like I said, hopefully that is the last of the, you know, bad luck that I've been having lately. I don't know. We still got like half the month of October to go. Like, I don't know if this is just like bad luck month October, or if I need to like slow down. Like, there are certain things I couldn't control, like the ants, the guy hitting me with his car, the washer dryer. But like the things, like especially the things that I've been breaking, because like I said, it's been a few instances where like I'm like washing dishes and I have this glass bottle with, what the heck is that stuff called? What is it called? I spray it on my plants for the gnats. I can't think, oh God, I can't think that's what it's called. Anyways, I have that in a glass bottle and it usually sits by my sink. And the other day I was like doing something and I like hit it and it started to fall and I like grabbed it real quick, like stuff like that. I'm just like, am I just moving too fast? I don't know. But I'm still planning on doing my closet. That will be an upcoming video as soon as I can make that happen, maybe next month. I put it on hold, of course, because I just spent, you know, a lot of money on the new washer and dryer. I also spent, you know, a little bit of money planning this party that I had through yesterday. I call it a party. It was me and 2 other people. So I kind of need to chill on spending money for the moment. So maybe next month I will get back to doing that. I want to do it sooner than later because right now my clothes, the hoodies and the sweatpants that fell, I went and I bought one of those like standing racks, and so I have the clothes hung on that, but it's just like in my room and I don't like that. I'm someone who very much, I'm affected by like the space that I'm in, and if my space is in disarray, I feel like my life is in disarray and I don't want to do anything. Like it makes me very lethargic. Like if my space is a mess, I start feeling just like very lethargic. Like I don't want to do anything. I just want to like lay down and not like care about anything. And I don't like feeling like that. So I've actually been avoiding my room. I don't really go in my room except to work because that's where my desk is. But when I'm not working, I don't want to be in there because I don't want to see the mess that's in there right now. So I do want to get that done fairly soon. Oh, I love this. I love how this one is looking in this planter. I actually bought a second one. It came in the mail today. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it just yet, but I bought a second planter just like this because I liked it so much. This is gonna go next to my TV. So this, I said it earlier, I think, this is my Monstera Standleyana, albo variegata. I've named him Sonmino. And like I said, this is very quickly becoming one of my favorite plants. Like I think this is such an attractive plant. Okay, I think I'm going to end the plant repotting there. I do have some more plants that need to be repotted, but I'll do that another time. I plan to come back with some videos very soon. Like I said, the closet makeover video will be coming up as soon as I can get that done. I do have another couple videos that are in the works. I'm at the part of Stardew Valley where I'm not as obsessed with the game as I was when I first started playing. I literally spent a whole weekend playing the game. I spent like 10 hours on a Saturday, 10 hours on a Sunday just playing Stardew Valley. I'm past that point now. So I have freed up my time again to do other things like making videos. Hopefully I did not bore you in this video. I just kind of wanted to catch you up on what's going on in my life, what has been happening, the hot mess, bad luck that I've been experiencing lately. I mean, it hasn't been all bad, but it's been, you know. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. If you enjoy videos like this and you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not, you can give it a thumbs down, I suppose, but I would really appreciate it if you did not. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below and I will see you in the next one. Bye.